What's up YouTube, Capital G here talking Wing Raiders in this video, but more specifically the reprinted cards in this set. And I feel like Konami kind of dropped the ball, and I guess I'm just left feeling blah about the reprints. Now don't get me wrong, I think the set is actually pretty darn good, especially for the legions of Raid Raptor fans that have just been waiting forever for 4 Strix, and predictably it's a secret rare. I mean, I guess, better now than never. We're getting support for Raid Raptors and shining victories still, but that's beyond the point. I saw a Vexicus video, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, where he was talking about this set, went on Pojo, and sure enough, every single foil card has been revealed in this set. In fact, if you go on like Facebook.com, you can actually find pictures of people showing like Ultimate Falcon, not Ultimate Falcon, Satellite Falcon, and like some of the other foil cards in this set. But I don't really think that they did a super good job with the reprints. Like, if I compare this to Wing Raiders, or excuse me, to High Speed Riders, I think that they did a better job. At least they gave us a card that everybody kind of wanted, even outside of the already really good cards that were in there to support things like the side frames and whatnot. They gave us the reprint of Trishula. Now, some people might be like, well, Trishula wasn't all at this format, but it wasn't about how good the card was. It was the fact that Trishula hadn't been reprinted since what, the 5Ds era. Like, I think Trishula was printed in Dual Terminal, and then it got obviously its first reprint in Hidden Arsenal. They kind of came out around the same time, but this is a card that hadn't been printed in like 5 years, so that was like super overdue. And I look at this set and I'm like, okay, so they reprinted Diamond Crab King, which it's cool. It'd be a little better if Towers was still a legal card. Diamond Crab King is still really good, but then if you look at Diamond Crab King, them reprinting it as a secret rare in this set doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because its original print is an ultra rare, and it's kind of always been a card that's kind of around like $10-11. So them making it as a secret rare is like, I don't think that it's not really going to help that many more people get this card. Like, it's not going to actually decrease the price of the card. I mean, I guess Konami doesn't really care about that, but I would have liked it if they would have reprinted that as like a rare or a super, like a much lower rarity when it's already printed as an ultra. You look at some of the other reprints, some of the super rares, 101 Silent Honor arc. This one really didn't make sense to me. I say that because it's been reprinted like twice in the last like year and a half, if I'm not mistaken. It got reprinted in Gold Series last year, and I mean, the card it's honestly worked. It's kind of worked itself out of the meta. I mean, I know that Mermill, Atlantean Mermill still use it. It's still a staple because any good rank 4 that's like water is definitely going to be on their radar. Things like Abyss Dweller and things like 101 are probably going to see play more in that deck than other decks, because they got Norden and Abyss Dragoons. You can trigger the effect off of that. Icarus Attack, it makes sense to be in this set because of Raid Raptors, but from a reprint standpoint, I don't think that it was needed. I feel like this could have definitely been something else. Icarus Attack has already been printed as a super, not to mention it's been printed in the Gold Series, so it's like there's multiple hollow Icarus Attacks out there. Dark Rebellion Sea Dragon, this one I'm actually okay with because it is a lower rarity. I think that it definitely made sense because Yuya plays it in the anime, and it wouldn't have made sense for all the Phantom Knights to be in here and for this card not to be in here. You've got Harpist and Cowboy, or Gaga Cowboy, Swallow's Nest and Ghost Trick Alucard as rares. So the Cowboy one I find strange because I've seen a lot of Arc V. Nobody has summoned Cowboy on this show at all, to my knowledge. So that's kind of weird. The same thing with Harpist. It's like maybe you're putting that in there for the Raid Raptor support, but like I don't really think that any Raid Raptors don't play Harpist. There's so many Raid Raptor cards. I don't think Harpist needed to be in this set. It just seems kind of random. And now don't get me wrong, I'm not talking junk about this set because I think that there are a lot of good cards in this set, and I'll be doing some videos talking about some of the archetypes in here. I just look at the reprints and I'm just I don't know, man. I'm kind of underwhelmed. Like Diamond Crab King was a great pick. They should have just made it like a super rare. You know what I mean? Icarus Attack made sense. They should have just made that like a common, no, because it's already a super and it's already a gold rare. You know, 101 is a card that's kind of worked itself out of the meta and it's just got reprinted like last year and not a lot of people use it. So it's like these could have been, you know, Daigusto Emerald or just other cards that haven't been printed in a very long time. Like I feel like Daigusto Emerald hasn't been printed since like some type of champion pack or tournament pack or something like that. It hasn't been printed in forever. So anyways, I guess I'll cross my fingers and I'll hope for those cards to be like in, or I hope for that card to be in the gold series. I'll also be doing a video on some of the cards that I definitely want to see in gold series. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that these were good picks? I'm not saying that they were all bad. I just think that like some of the rarities that they picked for these cards didn't make sense. Like did 101 need to be, did it really need to be a super when it's already been printed as an ultra like 3 times? Like it didn't make any sense to me. So anyways, thank you guys for watching as always.